Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a refill video, and I also had a small boo-boo on my third toenail on my left foot. My daughter kind of stepped up against my toe, and the toenail just totally came off. So I am going to show you guys how I repaired that in this video. So here are my toes, you guys. You guys better be glad that I love y'all, because otherwise I would not be showing my toes because I'm pretty self-conscious about them. So anyway, first things first, I'm going to cut the toenails down that grew out so much. This set was about a month, maybe longer. It's been on for about a month or longer, so I'm just gonna cut these down a little bit, especially the toenails. The big toe I like to keep kind of long, but my other toes, I try to keep those fairly short because it's just easier to wear shoes and things like that. Okay, so I'm going in with my e-file, and I have a pointy drill bit on this portion of the video because this is equivalent to me pushing back the cuticle and removing the cuticle. So basically what I'm doing is I am removing the skin that is growing on the top of the nail bed, of the nail plate, however you call it, nail bed, nail plate, whatever. I'm removing the skin that has grown over the time on each toenail, and you'll begin to see where the actual acrylic stops and how long the toenail is underneath that skin. So it's a huge gap, and you guys will see it in just a second. Okay, when I got to my hurt toe, I did almost nothing to it. I kind of filed down a little piece of the toenail that was sticking up a little bit, but I was really scared to file it because I don't know if it's actual just skin or if it's an actual nail on there. It's kind of hard, but very, very thin if it is a nail, so I didn't want to file it down or anything, so I skipped right over it and I kept going to the other toes. When I moved over to my right foot, I just kind of sped up the video a little bit just because it's the exact same thing that I just explained in the previous clips. And I also kind of go over a little bit of the skin that surrounds the nail just to kind of get that dead skin off of there. We don't need it, so we might as well get rid of it with the e-file. Okay, so now I've switched to a 180 sanding band, and this is just to remove the shine from my natural new growth nail, and also to remove some of the gel polish that I have on top of the acrylic. So this is pretty much going to take off any shine that I have on the natural nail and the acrylic, so that I can apply the new acrylic. Alrighty, so once you've removed the shine from the nail, you want to go in with a file and shape the nail up so that once you put your acrylic on top, it can kind of form that same shape and you'll have to do less shaping at the end. So that's what I'm doing now. per usual, I'm going in with very, very, very small beads. I actually could probably go down on the size of my brush, but this is the only brush that I have. So I'm using really, really, really small beads, and I'm putting them at the base of the toenail, at the very, very back of the toenail, and then I'm just lightly dusting it up towards the front. And once I do that, I will go in with a second and third bead. The second bead is to kind of even everything out, and the third bead is to make sure that the color of the acrylic is opaque on my toenail, because once I start filing, this could turn really patchy really quickly. Also, you guys, when doing this, also just keep in mind that you do want to rub the acrylic away from the skin, because any acrylic that gets onto the skin is going to cause lifting in the future. So make sure you're wiping around the skin, around the nail. Also, when applying the acrylic to the tip, try to form the nail into the shape that you're wanting. I enjoy square shaped nails, so I'm trying to keep my nails as square as possible, filling in any gaps as you can see here, and just making sure everything is nice, neat, and smooth. Now for the moment that you guys have been waiting for. So literally all I am doing is the exact same thing that I'm doing on all of my other toenails on this toenail. The only difference is this toenail has a weird base. It doesn't really have a toenail on it. So when doing this, I want you guys to keep in mind that do not do any weird things with this toenail. So just expect it to be exactly what it is. It's acrylic on top of skin, so it could come off very, very easily. I actually went swimming like a week after I did this video, and the nail completely came off. But I mean, as far as wearing sandals and walking around, and as long as you're not doing any heavy sports where you're going to have something completely like rubbing up against this nail, you're going to be fine. This nail is going to stay on here. It's going to adhere to the skin. It sounds weird. I know it sounds really weird, really disgusting, and really gross. But I mean, hot girl summer. You can't have a hot girl summer with a missing toenail. Sorry. sure that you are wiping around the skin of the toenail. Any acrylic that gets onto the skin will cause lifting in the future. Also, this cuts down on your filing at the end so that you don't have to go around the skin 100 million times and risk cutting yourself. But yes, wipe away any extra or additional acrylic, any excess acrylic. Just wipe it away from the skin. And if you've wiped away too much, okay, that's fine. Just go in with a smaller bead and try to fill it in and make it opaque. But make sure that that skin around the nail is completely clear of acrylic. Okay, cool. So now that all the acrylic has been placed onto the nail, we're going to go back in and shape our nails again. Like I said earlier, I like a square shaped nail, so I'm going to go for a square shape. You guys can do whatever shape you'd like. Just make sure you do not skip this step because you don't want your toenails to be uneven and just weirdly shaped. So make sure you're shaping your toenails, guys. Even though this toenail is not a real toenail, we're going to treat it as if it is, and we're going to shape it just like we shape all of the rest of them. Okay, gonna go right in with that 180 sanding band again and just kind of get out any lumps and bumps. Make sure everything is all nice and smooth before we go in with the gel polish. forgot to mention that I was going to follow that e-file with this buffing block just to get out any scratches that e-file may have left on the nail, so everything can be nice and smooth for the application of the gel polish. Okay, we're getting closer to the end, so now I'm just adding a clear coat of gel polish, and I'm going to cure each foot for about 1 minute. This is a wipe off gel polish, so I just use a little bit of acetone on a cotton swab and just wipe that completely clean. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.